Hello Sagittarius and welcome. I'm Adriana. I'm a soul guidance coach. I help you choose growth and the healing of your inner roots. I have an intuitive message for you today. This will look at your inner world and your outer world and the relationship between the two. My guides were talking to me as I was saying that, so if my eyes wandered, that's what was going on. We are looking at the Eight of Roots, the Hermit, the Lovers, and the Hermit looking back at the Lovers. And the Four, that's funny, I had a feeling this card was going to come out for you. The Four of Roots, preservation. Okay, so on the outside, there's a little bit of a conflict going on where you're being asked to show up in a group setting in a way that impacts others, and you have a certain role that you need to fulfill, and you're doing this role over and over. You're committed to this place. There's also there's a pulling away from it, the Four of Roots. There's both happening at the same time, where you're engaging in what you need to do to get things done, but part of your energy is also pulling away into a separate part. It almost feels like running on autopilot. Like you're going through the motions, you're getting things done, but part of you is preoccupied, pulled somewhere else. And that's what we're looking at here. This is the reason for that Four of Roots, the preoccupation. We have the Hermit looking at the Lovers. These are big and deep cards, Sagittarius, and these are big and deep questions. The Lovers asks us the simple question of, what do we love? What do we value? And what are we trying to bring together? What are we trying to bring more of into our life? What are we trying to attract? Lovers I see connected with the planet Venus, because Venus is all about our values. It's about what we love, who we love, how we love. And the Lovers are showing up because there's a part of you that is questioning that. What is it that I truly love? What is it that I truly value? And the Hermit looking at this. This is I'm getting kind of chills from looking at this, because the Hermit is an outsider and he's looking at these two energies trying to come together, trying to create a synergistic third energy. But the Hermit is not there. The Hermit's not involved in this. So on a superficial level, this could also be, you looking at a happy couple, or you looking at a happy situation and saying, why am I not a part of that? It feels like there's a separation between these two energies. The Hermit is that self-isolation, that time alone, that time to really connect with your inner self and your inner world. But in order to do that, it involves leaving. And so when we think back to what was going on in the surface, we had, okay, I have to show up in the world, but also I don't want to show up in the world. I want to be by myself. I want to be off, alone. And inside, we're trying to resolve this. Do I want to be part of something? Do I want to be attracted to something else? Do I want to be involved? Or do I want to be off by myself, questing? I feel that there is a longing kind of energy that's pulling over here. But at the same time, there's a coldness looking at it going, well, is that really what I want? Do I really want to engage in that? Do I really want to take part in that? Because won't it take me away from my cave? Won't I have to go out and do something different than what I want to do? The Lovers are way out in the open. And they're engaged. This is a very exciting energy. It's very alive. It's very alert. And that old feeling of love is what makes you come alive. Falling in love makes you feel alive again. That old kind of cliche saying. There's a lot of action going on. And the Hermit just can't decide if it wants to take part in that action or not. All right, let's get some advice for you. No, they're actually wanting me to stay on the Hermit a little bit longer. So what are you trying to say with the Hermit? Some of the hermit believes that wisdom can only be gained in separation, in pulling back. And that is very true on some level, but on another level, it's not. Wisdom is also gained by engaging with. And you can't, what good is wisdom if it never goes anywhere? It needs to be applied. It needs to be kind of poked at and explained, and it needs to connect. So I think that in this situation you find yourself, the hermit is trying to decide, do I belong here or not? Do I bring anything to the table here? Am I this third perspective, or am I one of these birds? Do I belong in there? Is this the right choice for me? Is this the right moment for me to involve myself? Because once I involve myself, I can't go back to that cave. I can't pull out and go back alone. I have to really commit to being there. Okay, now I think we're ready for that advice card. Okay, Judgment. This is the soul calling, ooh, I'm getting chills. This is the soul calling you forward, that you cannot stay in that cave anymore. We have caves on both of these cards, the Hermit Cave and the Judgment Cave, that we have to come out, we have to rise up, and we have to engage with where our soul is calling us. So the biggest question, Sag, is your soul calling you into this situation? And I'm feeling like for a lot of you, the answer is going to be yes, because it would not be involving your insides. It would not be involving your processing if the answer were no. If it were not important, you just say, no, that's not for me, and you move on. But you're questioning because this is important. And the question that you need to start asking your soul and asking for clarity on is, how am I supposed to show up in here? Am I showing up as a masculine energy? Am I showing up as a feminine energy? I'm referring back to these two mating cranes. What am I supposed to be bringing to this situation? Because just because involvement doesn't mean across the blanket involvement, doesn't mean jumping into the middle. You need to know what you're getting involved in. Are you driving the fire engine? Are you putting out the fire with the hose? Or are you one of the ones reeling out the hose? What is it that you're supposed to do there? Those are the types of questions you need to be asking yourself and asking your soul. Not if I should be involved, it's how I need to be involved. That is going to differ for each individual and each situation, but let me see if I can get some extra guidance for you on how you can tell. It will be the role that feels the most empowering. It may feel uncomfortable, but it will be the role that makes you feel just a little bit stronger, just a little bit taller, just a little bit more grounded, and just a little bit more in control. So I hope those benchmarks help you kind of figure out how to navigate this question. Okay, Sag, thanks so much for sharing your time and energy. If you find yourself in one of these kind of precipice moments where you're like yes or no, please share in the comments below. If you have a completely different comment, that's always welcome as well. If you're curious to learn more about me and how I can help support you further on your spiritual journey, please check out the description below. And I will look forward to seeing you next time. Have a good one, Sag.